Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at some more rank 10 battles here. The good, the bad, and the really ugly matches. So I'm just going to be transparent, show you my losses as well as my wins. Now, I'm not going to be recording every single match because then this video is going to be like 40 minutes long. So we'll just take a look at the highlights here. But I am going to be including those losses. So if you do enjoy these videos, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll continue to bring you both of the sides, not just me winning here. So going into our first set, this is going to be a little bit after midnight here, so a little bit tired, but I wanted to test out something here, so we're just going to go in here. Now later on, we're going to be looking at Alolan Muk and the performance of that, as well as a bit of the Alolan Raichu. Both of them have great plays, so really excited to test those out some more. I think my team compositions are going to be the best, though, because we are going to be quite weak to ground types, so the Mud Boys. Anyways, we're looking good here. We have super effective against that Skarmory, so it's going to have to make that switch. We go into Melmetal. Now we're just going to go ahead and go with Superpower at this point. Hopefully they don't shield it up and they let it go through. Fantastic. They still have 2 shields at this point. I'm like, you know what? Might as well burn a shield here. And if they don't, then we'll still do a decent amount of damage. And we more than likely are going to go down with that defense drop. And then we're going to go right in here with the Raichu. Now I should have hit Grass Knot. But that's alright, we still get a shield out of that. And this is going to be my first time using the Alolan Raichu, as a matter of fact, with Volt Switch. And going into the Go Battle League with it. So I felt pretty comfortable. It was a very nice Pokemon. Now, another thing I like about it is it's going to be resisting both of Registeel's charge moves, both the Flash Cannon and the Focus Blast. So that is going to be a plus. It can take the Flash Cannon, it can take that Focus Blast, and that is definitely going to help your team out if you're weak to those. Now going into the next match, starting it off with Melmetal against the Registeel. Now this can be a great winning scenario, but for me, I think this is an okay one. Now usually I would go for the Rock Slide so I can get the shield, but I did have a match prior to this where I went for 2 Rock Slides and they let it go through twice, and then I go for the Superpower and then they shield it up. It's like, you know what, you can never win here, guys. I'm telling you what, these blind matches, as well as these people predicting things, it's just so random. You never know what is going to happen. Now you're going to see how well the Alolan Raichu is able to take that Flash Cannon. He makes that switch into an Altaria here. Now I do decide to go ahead and go for this really quick and go for another one here. And we're just going to try to get a shield or just wear that Altaria down. As you can see, it did a pretty good job, seeing that we do have 2 counters to the Altaria in the back. So we're not necessarily going to have to use a charge move. We can just farm it down. Although farming it down with an Azumarill with Bubble at that much health is not that big of a deal, but it is going to be able to take us down past half if we wanted to preserve our shields as well, as you can see here. So you had to be pretty confident to know what's in the back, right? So we still have a shield. In comes an Azumarill, and this is my first mistake here. So I probably should have entered in with the Melmetal, farmed it down that way. And I should not have hit that Ice Beam as soon as the Azumarill came out. I just thought he was going to be bringing out something else. So I just prepared immediately, and unfortunately that was a waste of energy there. So that is going to be a Play Rough Azumarill over there, and we're going to go ahead and go for that Rock Slide here. Now watch what happens here. I could have won this because we still do have a shield with quite a bit of health left. I think he's going to go for a Play Rough to bait me, but he goes for the Hydro Pump, and we lose with a shield left and energy. We could have, so close, these matches, man. So starting it off with the Melmetal against the Swampert, not good at all. So we're making that immediate switch into the Azumarill here. You know, that safe switch. Even if they bring in a Grass type, at least you're going to be able to hit them with the super effective Ice move here. Now at this point, I'm deciding, all right, we're just going to let this go through. We should be able to get to another Ice Beam here, and we are barely holding on by a thread. And they're going to have to burn a shield or let it go down, so they do burn a shield, which is okay. And at this point, it's not looking too great. The Meganium does have energy, so I'm really hoping that they might go for the Grass. But yeah, they do, but I use a shield, unfortunately, so it's like a waste. I got a little greedy here at this point when I was trying to farm it down. Obviously, Meganium is a bit tanky as well as resisting electric, so I decided to retreat with that energy and just go in with the Melmetal here, knowing that there is going to be a Swampert in the back. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to catch it with a Grass Knot, but the shields on their end are there's still one left, so we're not in a good position here. Now we're going to go ahead and go for that Superpower, and we get it through. And that was kind of a good thing that we lost our defense, because they were able to take us down faster and not farm us as much, although they already got a bunch of energy, and at this point it's a loss. Unfortunately, that Raichu is really squishy, and they got so much energy my plan didn't work apparently, right? So they take us down. We lose another, all right? So it is what it is. This ring 10 is no joke, guys. All right, but we're going to be winning some here, don't worry. So starting it off with the Alolan Raichu and up against Deoxys. So this is very situational. You could spam it. From what I've seen in my personal battles here, it's not too great because Rock Slide is going to hurt quite a bit, while the other moves are not really going to be doing all that much. So they do bring this Melmetal in. I was trying to switch, and I hit that. So I guess it didn't work out too bad because, well, the Melmetal's already almost fainted. Hits the Azumarill with a Rock Slide, and at this point, I think I can just feint it down because we do not want to use our last shield at this point. Hitting us with another Rock Slide, and we're able to feint it down. We have a lot of energy here, so we're looking pretty good. In comes another Azumarill. Now, this is why I like running the Play Rough Hydro Pump variant, because although the Ice Beam is going to be giving you coverage against the Altaria, which Play Rough can do the same thing, but Ice Beam is just so strong and you can one-shot it at specific points where it has health, as well as those grass types. But in this mirror match here, yeah, Hydro Pump and Ice Beam, it's not good. You already know you're going to lose if they have the Play Rough, but depending on how you play it, though. Anyways, going to go back in here with the Melmetal. And I did this because I figured they're going to hit me with an Ice Beam, in which they do. And that's why I did not want to bring my Raichu in. They do bring in the Deoxys. And what do I do here? Okay, we're going to go ahead and shield that up. Gain a little bit more energy, more than I should have, I guess. And then we're going to go for that Thunder Punch. They do use their first shield, and we are no shields. So it's not looking great. They're either going to have to burn this or let it go down. They burn it. But we're not looking too great here because we do have that Melmetal in the back with energy, but it is going to be weak to Deoxys. And let's see what we can pull off here. We are able to get the win, folks. Really close one there, but I guess we played our cards right. Like I said, these blind matches, I mean, it's anybody's game. Team composition and playing correctly and switching, as you're going to see one crazy switch at the end of this video. So the Toxicroak not looking good here. Volt switches and the Thunder Punches are going to be doing a lot, but it does have Mud Bomb. So we do make a switch into Azumarill, in which they switch into their Azumarill. So we were able to get a decent amount of energy to get to that Hydro Pump. They're almost to half health here, so it looks like they're running a Hydro Pump variant as well. And that is good news for me because we do have the energy advantage as well as the health advantage here. So when you get it really low, if you're running a Hydro Pump and Ice Beam, you don't need to get to the Hydro Pump. As you're going to see me do here, especially when they do have two shields, they are in a comfortable position to actually use that. So you can feint out first, so they have the lead advantage, the switch advantage on you. All right, so they do use it up. We could have went for Ice Beam. Unfortunately, we didn't. They do have energy stored since they did go for Ice Beam, and I know they were almost at a Hydro Pump. So let's go ahead and see what we can pull off here. We do take that out, and that's the reason why I do use that Rock Size, because I was afraid they were about to get off a charge move, that Hydro Pump. And they do bring in a Frostlass here. So Frostlass, really good option for the rank 10 for the Go Battle League in general. You just need to look out for those steel types, but it does still have that Shadow Ball to do plenty of damage. Now I wanted to just feint it down. I don't know if that was the best play because Toxicroak is loaded on energy. I was lucky enough to hit that, but watch this here. Then here comes the Mud Bomb. So all that energy wasted. So I could have feinted out that Frostlass and had a little bit more health. Now Toxicroak is just going to be resisting everything my Melmetal is going to throw at it. So at this point, it's a lost cause and a good game here. So yeah, I'm having a blast. You know, this is it's great to be fighting people of these kind of skill levels. It's just a little frustrating with the blind matches because you can go in and just win a full set, or you can go in and lose a full set, you know, because of the matchups that you do get. So we're going to start it off with the Muk. Let's go ahead and take a look here up against that Magneton. Very interesting choice that they did go with. Now, I was a little bit nervous because they weren't getting off a charge move, and I know that Magneton can spam that move, and there it was there. Wasted a shield, and then this is what happened. We're almost fainted here, and I do go for that Sludge Wave, in which I should have went for the Dark Pulse. Bad decision on my end, unfortunately. So we do make a switch into Haunter here. And as you can see, I'm running Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb, and you're going to see how it does play into my hand. I know a lot of you are saying it's better off to just run Shadow Punch and Shadow Ball. I understand the advantages and disadvantages of doing that. but I just wanted to test this out because a lot of times people think, oh, he's just going to hit me with a Shadow Punch, but you hit him with a Shadow Ball or a Sludge Bomb, and that is the winning determination there. So that's why I kind of like running that. So we're paired up against this Whiscash here. Not good. At this point, it's a loss. A lot of times when it's just an extremely losing match, I don't even really tap the screen. I just let them fake me out so we don't have to drag on the battle. Not being a sore loser, but it's just like, well, I lost. All right. You could simply push the back out at the top. I mean, it's not really rage quitting. That's just getting it over with, and they get their win. It doesn't do anything to anybody. That's why it's there. So in comes the Magneton. Really clever switch there, as you can see. So the Magneton can absorb that, and they take the win. So we're just going to cut that there. All right. Moving into the next battle. This is not good, right? So the Fire Spin, super effective. I can get to Rock Slide, which is going to hurt it quite a bit. But at this point, they do have energy for a Bone Club, so I'm going to have to make a switch immediately. They do have energy stored, and they make a switch into Ludicolo. The first time I've seen this in the Go Battle League here. It does have Razor Leaf, so the Azumarill is going to be dropping like a fly. Fortunately for us, we were able to get to another Ice Beam, so at least that is happening for us, and it's almost fainted out, but it is also going to get off a charge move, so we need to be wary of that. I'm trying to make my decision on which Pokemon to bring in here. We're going to go ahead and go with the Raichu so we can just faint it down. And then we can just do 2 more Volt switches to get off a Thunder Punch to whatever it does bring in, or possibly a Grass Knot. But it is going to be the Alolan Marowak, and not good, guys. So we're going to go ahead and try to hit that Thunder Punch, but they had so much energy that they were able to do another one. But as you can see, we're able to hold on just by a little bit here. So that is going to be their last shield. We do make a switch into Melmetal, and then they make a switch into a Azumarill here. Now, I don't really remember how this one plays out. I'm pretty sure I lose this one for sure. So there are some advantages and disadvantages of running the Alolan Muk and Melmetal. You have that weakness to ground, and it really can mess you up, especially if you run into a Whiscash or possibly even a Toxicroak. Toxicroak is a really good pick, guys. It counters all of the top Pokemon, mostly Azumarill with the Sludge Bomb, the Registeel with the counters and the Mud Bomb. Currently my Muk, also Alolan Raichu with the Mud Bomb, so it's a really good option, and it can hit a lot of things from neutral with the Sludge Bomb as well. So you may want to test that one out. I'll give it a shot, bring you guys some videos hopefully in the future. So we do have this match here, so we are locked in. They made a switch, I made a switch, and this is where we're at here. So a lot of times in this specific matchup, I get a little greedy. I should be hitting my Flash Cannon probably a little bit sooner, but what I'm trying to do is gain energy so that when the next Pokemon does enter, I can hit it with it. At this point, I decided, you know what, we'll just let it go down. We don't need to waste a shield here. Yes, we can take it out. Yes, we'll have lead advantage, but we also have 2 decent Pokemon in the back that can put in work here, and we have 2 shields. So let's see what happens here. Bringing in the Raichu. All right, so it is squishy. The Dragon Breaths are going to take it down. Yes, it is going to be resisting flying moves, but at this point, with that much health, this is going to take it out. So if they do not shield it up, it's going down, and they let it drop. All right, and then they do bring in the Azumarill here, and I had a smile on my face because I do have Sludge Bomb Haunter in the back. So we make the switch. We get that Sludge Bomb, and this is why I like this, folks. And they get shielded up, right? But it's okay because at this point, basically Shadow Punch would have done it, right? But a lot of times I don't record every match, and the Sludge Bomb hits them, almost KOing them, and I just do a couple more Shadow Claws to finish them off. So starting it off with the Muk here, this is going to be great for me if I can hit that Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, sorry. They do make a switch into Tropius. Now, I was contemplating this after I did it. Yes, the Registeel is a good switch in because it resists everything, but at the same time, I could have hit it with Sludge Wave, put pressure on, took off some health, seeing that the Azumarill was also up there. I do have the Registeel, so the only mystery left is what's in the actual back. So, yeah, could have just done that. If somebody makes a switch, don't always feel pressured to make a switch as well. If they're trying to counter you, if you're still in a decent position, but that's a very rare occasion. Usually when somebody switches, you're going to have to switch as well, right? So we do take that Tropius down. We have energy to get off another Flash Cannon onto that Azumarill, looking great. And I'm just going to let it faint us down. But fortunately for us, we were able to get to another one. But they were clever enough to waste our energy on making a switch into their Haunter. But we do have the Muk in the back, so we're going to go ahead and switch into that. Hit that Dark Pulse. They do switch or shield it up. And they're shieldless at this point. So I was deciding, yeah, that was a waste of shield there. I thought maybe it would be a Shadow Ball because it still hurts, even though we're resisting Ghost. So the Haunter is going to be going down. Azumarill is entering. No more shields. We're absolutely going to shield this up and hit it with a Sludge Wave. And we were able to take the win with the Haunter and the Alolan Muk. Really nice there. So the Muk is great, guys. Really enjoying that. It is going to be a tricky one in certain situations, so you better look out. But we were catching all kinds of leads, and everybody was running around with Haunters today, so I just decided to go with the Alolan Muk. So they do make the switch, and we're going to be countering them with the Registeel here. Now, we do not know what moves are on this, and at this point, I think I shield this up, and it's a Hydro Pump. Good call. We do not want our Registeel to be exactly too low at this point. And here in just a moment, you're going to see the Alolan Muk just run over this team. And I was like, yeah, I'm really liking this. Now, let's go. So anyways, we're going to take that Hydro Pump. But this Registeel is just putting in work. It's going to be able to get off a couple more Flash Cannons before it does go down. Crazy enough. So we do get that one off. They shield it up. They switch into the Tropius. And we're able to get to another one because we're resisting that Air Slash. And, well, Registeel is just a tank, right? So we do have energy on our Muk. We're going to go in there immediately and hit it with Sludge Wave, seeing that they do not have more shields. And this is going to actually take them out one shot here. And we're looking great. They do enter back in with the Azumarill with no shields. And I do have a shield here. So I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Because, you know, one more Snarl and we can get to that Sludge Wave and take out the Azumarill. In the back, what do we have is a Haunter. So the Muk was super effective to the whole team. I could have stayed in there. Easy. Probably should have, but I wanted the Azumarill to absorb anything that the Haunter was going to throw at it. And we're looking good. The Azumarill takes it out, but the Muk was super effective against that whole team. Now, this is going to be the last battle, folks. This opponent here had a really good counter list against my team, so not looking great. We only have a safe switch for Azumarill, and it's not even really that safe because if we didn't shield this up, this would have probably almost taken us out here. And we would have not been looking too great. So we're going to get off that Ice Beam, and they're going to town. They're like, we do not need to switch. Perfect example as to what I was talking about. Sony makes a switch. You do not need to if you're still in a good position. But they do make a switch into their Umbreon because they probably feel like they have control at this point, seeing that the Toxicroak is going to be able to take out 2 of the Pokemon so far that they've seen on my team. So wait till they see Registeel. Ha! That's going to make 3. So we're going to make a switch into Registeel itself, and I'm going to slow it down because I want you to see this clutch switch that they did. I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't think it was a mistake. I think they just had their switch on point, and they read me like a book, folks. Woo-wee. Talk about spicy. All right, check this out. All right, so in comes the Toxicroak. Okay, Toxicroak, and then they switch into the Swampert. And they knew I was going to go for that Flash Cannon, and then they absorb it with their Swampert. And that was amazing. Very well played, whoever you are. If you're watching this, well done. Good stuff. Good games to everybody else, to the people that I recorded the wins with, the losses with. I didn't put every video up. Like I said, I'm not going to throw up every single video of me winning. I don't want to make myself look like I'm some sort of PvP god, because that is not true by any means at all. All right. Anyway, so let's take a look at the finishing match here. And yeah, we're going to pretty much lose this one here because of Toxicroak. So it's going to be able to come in here and finish us off. So with that said, thank you for watching, trainers. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.